Good morning.
Good morning.
I've listed out a few moments over my last 4 years here and kind of reflected on what they mean to me and the lessons I've learned from them and how they've helped me grow over my time. So I'm going to open with first time I came to campus here, which was the winter of 2011. One of the first people I met was Mr. Corker. He was probably the most famous admissions officer in all New England, with the warmest greeting and smile anyone's ever seen. He comes out, "Oh, Charles, great to meet you." It was awesome. Really made me feel welcome here. And also on campus, he's been a guy who always wants to know how I'm doing, and anyone, not just me, all the students here. He takes genuine interest in us. And he's always saying hi, even if it's rainy, 20 degrees outside and snowing sideways. He's going to be there making sure you're doing all right. Also, in my first meeting with him and my parents, when we brought up the question about no girls and what it's like here, he responded, "We've never graduated a monk from Salisbury," which was a pretty good response, I thought. He also did something that I thought was pretty much impossible when I began my journey, which was he sold me on Salisbury in the middle of January. As we all know, it can be a pretty tough sell when it's 2 feet of snow on the ground and just absolutely miserable. Now, I've put in a few quotes there at the speech to kind of summarize different theme moments that I have here, and so I wanted to bring one from Herb Brooks, which is pretty famous. Great moments are born from great opportunities, and that's kind of what I've been offered here in my 4 years. Now, another moment that I want to touch on was a moment that happened the week before I came to Salisbury my freshman year. I lost a very close friend at home who I had played football with growing up and was always a kid who tried the hardest, wasn't the most skilled, but he's always outgoing. He's really the heart and soul of our team at home. He died August 26, 2011. I actually went to his funeral that weekend before I came to school. I went to his funeral on Sunday, drove out of school on Monday. And so I came to Salisbury with a pretty big hole in my heart, pretty down, and I was coming to a new place. But came on campus, came to football preseason. Football really helped me cope with the sorrow, really taught me, to move on, helped me deal with the grief and loss, which was pretty big. It was a common interest that Jake and I shared, so coming here and seeing that the guys who loved the game as much as he did really meant a lot to me. So it was pretty beneficial. Another quote here is, "Life is a succession of moments. To live each one is to succeed," by Kareem Khan. Another moment, also from football, was the New England Championship in 2012. A moment that I really reflect back on for the brotherhood here at Salisbury that we talk about when people ask, and it's really hard to put into words, so I've tried the best I could. For those who don't know, the game was tied, coming down at the end. We had a final drive where we converted like 4th and 13. It was a crazy game, came down, 2 seconds left. Pressure was on me. In the field goal unit, we went out there, did our job, got it done, and put off the craziest celebration I've seen during my time here. Sadiq rolling around, he's 6'7", 280 pounds, and he's rolling around on the ground like a 4-year-old. So that's pretty cool. It was really a team effort, and also I felt like I hit the ball pretty well. It was pretty sweet, and so therefore I think Jake was definitely there helping me out, which I thought was pretty cool. It kind of came full circle with having my other brothers, my new brothers that were around me, and also my old brother up in heaven there to help me, which was a pretty cool thing. Another moment where I also felt this brotherhood that was really cool was my junior year on the JV hockey team. We had an overtime win at Avon, and moments before Bryce Womack scored the game-winning goal, which was pretty set up another crazy celebration. I had missed a wide-open net and whiffed on the puck, which was pretty. I felt really down. I was actually on the bench hanging my head when Bryce scored. So, thank you, Bryce, wherever you are, for scoring. That meant a lot. Really saved my butt. Another quote here from Rose Kennedy: "Life isn't a matter of milestones, but of moments." Okay, now I'll move on to my next moment, which is from my sophomore year, spring break my sophomore year, when I went on the China trip with Mr. Lowe and Mr. McCrisky. On what was about our 6th flight of the trip, Mr. Lowe finally got his ticket, and he had the row, I think it was 18A was his seat. So excited to see A next to his number because the poor guy had the dreaded middle seat for the first 5 flights of the trip. And he's just excited out of his mind, can't wait to get on the plane. I'm sitting in the seat right next to him in the middle seat. We get on the plane, and Mr. Lowe and I are sitting in the one row where there's no window. It's the row that's meant for like the divider, and so there's no window. And the look on his face was just absolute despair. He was just pretty let down by that. And so all this is kind of like a funny, small moment that happened during my time here. One thing I took away from it was kind of never let yourself get up on things. Kind of always expect the worst. Be hoping for the best, but always realize that things might not turn out the way you want, and that way it's not that much of a letdown. It really doesn't hurt you. All right, last moment here is from Mr. McCrisky's freshman ancient history class, and his famous line of, "What's the reason for Spartan society? Keep the helots down." And so one thing I learned from Mr. McCrisky during that year was he really has a true passion for what he teaches, and that really helped me during my first year to take a passion in what I was learning in this class, and as well as in my other classes. It really taught me to take pride in what I was doing, and really helped me strive for success while I was here. Another person who helped me realize my potential was my advisor, Mr. Proctor Smith. He, as well as Mr. McCrisky, never let me slack off and made sure that I really achieved the true potential that I didn't see upon arriving here, but they saw within me. And that was a pretty cool moment. And now I'd like to end the talk with a quote from John Locke that I think does a pretty good job of summarizing my time here and the theme of reflection and other things, and ties in some themes of the school. "Education begins the gentleman, but reading, good company, and reflection must finish him." Thank you.